Greetings, friends. The world of technology is constantly evolving. Every day, new innovations are changing our world and opening up new possibilities for the future. A few of the things we have in store for you today include a new stealth warship, an unusual drone with vertical takeoff, and a robot they intend to teach to fly. And that's just a small part of what we've prepared for you. In military and rescue operations, helicopters can't always land, and drones are too small to carry heavy loads. So there's a need for something between a helicopter and a drone that is able to land in small spaces and transport people or heavy equipment. Piasecki Aircraft has filled this gap by introducing a new modular drone with vertical takeoff. The project cost $37 million. The machine has two propellers that can tilt 20 degrees to each side from the horizontal position, providing high maneuverability while keeping the rest of the drone upright. Under the portal frame is an attached module with windows and an entrance. Its soft covering makes it safe for transporting people. The total load capacity is 3,000 pounds. Successful tests have already been conducted in Pennsylvania, where the machine lifted an attached cargo module. This innovation will help deliver equipment and evacuate people from hard-to-reach places. An Indonesian shipbuilding company, PT London, has launched a new stealth combat ship called KRI Golok 688 that resembles a spaceship from the future. The ship is based on a trimaran design with a triangular shape, which allows it to cut through waves instead of jumping over them like other boats. It can reach a speed of 28 knots. The wider rear part provides greater stability on water. Many parts of its futuristic hull are made from carbon and are angled downward. This not only protects the ship from corrosion, but also makes it harder to be detected by magnetic, acoustic, and infrared sensors. Magnetic fields don't pick up on these materials, and infrared and sound waves are reflected in different directions, making the ship harder to spot on radar. The stealth ship is 203 feet long and weighs 53 tons. Its weapons include a Gatling gun with a 7-barrel system and an electro-optical tracking system along with surface-to-surface missiles. The ship can sneak in to strike and then disappear. When we say mobile home, we usually imagine a trailer home. But what if we say a home on tracks? What would you picture? A Canadian company, Rubitrax, built a tiny house measuring 16 by 7 feet with a Cummins engine based on an old truck. The vehicle has 4 tracks, each of which can rotate independently. This greatly improves its ability to travel over rough terrain. This mobile home can easily move through mud, snow, sand, rivers, and flooded area. It can be set up almost anywhere. Inside, there are 2 chairs that can spin 360 degrees with a double bed in front of them. Behind the chairs is a small seating area with a table and air conditioning. The outside is covered with wood and has windows that offer a 180-degree view. This invention was made as a promotional tool for the company, so you probably won't see it on the market. After a 50-year break from visiting the moon, humanity is now determined to go back and stay there. One of the challenges is getting power, since on the moon, night lasts for 2 Earth weeks. To solve this, lunar saber towers were invented with 2 types of solar panels. The first type has multiple angled thin metal strips to catch sunlight from all directions, 360 degrees. The second type unfolds like a sail when the tower is on the sunny side. This helps collect as much energy as possible. The towers are 328 feet tall, rising above the moon's hilly surface so nothing blocks the sunlight. A whole network of these towers is planned. This will give access to 95% of the sun's light throughout the year. If needed, the towers can transfer energy by directing beams to the dark side of the moon to charge rovers and other equipment. If people are going to stay on the moon long-term, there will need to be transportation to take them there and back. Recently, Blue Origin completed its 26th test flight into space with 6 passengers on board the reusable New Shepard rocket. After launch, the rocket returned to Earth while the capsule with the passengers continued flying. The flight lasted 12 minutes, during which the passengers reached an altitude of 341,000 feet. At 62 miles up, they crossed the Kármán line, which is considered the boundary of outer space. This gave the passengers a few minutes of complete weightlessness. Then, the capsule safely landed in West Texas using 3 parachutes. The mission went perfectly. A ticket for such a flight costs about $600,000. In humanity's effort to freely fly to space and back, new launch methods are being developed. Since traditional rockets use expensive single-use stages, an alternative was invented: sleds for takeoff, like Santa's sleigh. They have a rocket engine that accelerates a rail cart on a 2-mile track to a speed of 537 miles per hour. Then, the space plane separates and immediately takes off. The spacecraft will operate in low Earth orbit and can dock with the ISS using a special hatch above the pilot's cabin. The single-stage model needs less fuel to launch compared to SpaceX rockets. The sleds are reusable, which will lower the cost of launching spacecraft into space. The cost of sending 1 pound of cargo is expected to drop from $10,000 to $1,000. Sometimes only mishaps can liven up a boring theater performance. But with the projection restaurant technology, a tiny chef will make sure you're never bored. While you've ordered your food and are waiting for it to be prepared, a whole show plays out on your table. Thanks to projectors hanging above, you see a little chef climbing out of a hatch. He lights a fire under your plate, pours oil on the steak, and grows herbs and vegetables for grilling right on the table. To chop down a big broccoli, he has to use a chainsaw. If a fly tries to land on the food, he shoos it away with a fork. With this kind of theatrical performance, guests are entertained and the wait for the real food flies by quickly. Some people feel uncomfortable in a regular gym when others are watching them. To help such people, individual gyms with smartphone access have been developed. The module contains various workout equipment and a large TV for streaming a virtual training program, which can be chosen as desired. The user sees available time slots through an app, books a session, and when they arrive at the door, they press a button on their phone to unlock it. The module's transparent windows turn frosted, making the person inside invisible to others. You get a private gym, a personal space for working out at your chosen time. Payment is hourly. There are plans to install these modules in different cities and areas in the UK. A map in the app will help you find the nearest one. If you get injured on a mountain hiking trail and call for rescuers, the first to arrive might be a flying robot. This humanoid robot is about the size of a child and is powered by artificial intelligence. It is being developed by the Italian Institute of Technology and has 4 JetCat engines to help it fly. 2 are placed in its backpack on its back and 2 in its arms. The total thrust is 100 Newton-meters. To withstand resistance, the robot is built with a titanium spine and heat-resistant coating. Currently, it is being tested in a wind tunnel and the robot is learning to navigate using sensors and a depth camera. If it performs well, it could be the first to reach injured people quickly, delivering necessary medical supplies. In New York, robots are being trained for other tasks. Cleaning windows on huge skyscrapers is a long and tiring job. But recently, the world's first robotic system Osmo from Skyline Robotics was installed on one of the city's tall buildings. It is a platform with 2 arms. These arms are equipped with brushes, systems for spraying cleaning solutions, and water. There are sensors that detect the fragility of the glass and the needed pressure to clean it. The platform is suspended by cables from the roof and gradually lowers to the floors below. Currently, an operator monitors the process through cameras, but the goal is full autonomy. The stationary robot works 3 times faster than a human crew, and people won't have to risk their lives at great heights. Do you know what a house that's hard to find looks like? That's exactly what the Mirror Cube offered by Tree Hotel in northern Sweden is. This charming tree house hotel measuring 13 by 13 by 13 feet is placed among pine trees. Its lightweight comes from an aluminum frame and it hangs 20 feet off the ground. Thanks to its mirrored walls and floor, it reflects the surroundings and completely blends into nature. You can enter the house via a special suspension bridge. Inside, you'll find a double bed, kitchen, bathroom, a stylish living room with windows, and a rooftop terrace with a 360-degree view. To prevent birds from crashing into the mirrored walls, infrared panels visible only to birds are installed. The invisible house is located in a resort area along the Lule River and is available for guest bookings. The Israeli startup Spear UAV has developed a unique military drone called Viper 300, which is launched from a capsule. The entire kit weighs just 6 pounds and is very compact. A soldier places the capsule on a footrest, sets the launch angle, and stabilizes the tube by pressing it down with their foot. Then they press the start button on the remote control and the drone shoots out. In 1 second, it unfolds 4 arms with propellers and flies off at a speed of 16 feet per second. This capsule can also be mounted on armored vehicles, allowing drones to launch while on the move. The drone operates with artificial intelligence, enabling efficient target detection, maneuverability in tight spaces, stability in bad weather, and minimal risk of collateral damage. The invention will be used for anti-tank operations as well as for reconnaissance and surveillance. In 1974, Hyundai wanted to release its first sports car, but it never got past the prototype stage. 50 years later, the company decided to try again by developing the Envisions 74 model in memory of that first attempt. This is a powerful coupe with an electric motor. However, instead of a large battery, it uses fuel cells powered by hydrogen gas. Essentially, it's an electric car that can be quickly refueled at a hydrogen gas station. There are about 200 such stations in South Korea. Even on a single tank, the car can travel 370 miles. It has a rear-independent drive with 2 electric motors. The total power is 670 horsepower. At the same time, the fuel cells create less noise compared to other brands. The racing car has a wedge shape for better aerodynamics. Mass production is already planned for 2030. More and more vegetables are being grown in local greenhouses, but there aren't always enough workers to harvest them. The company 4 Growers from Pennsylvania has developed a robot called the GR100, adapted for greenhouse work. It can carefully pick tomatoes, and there are versions that can harvest cucumbers and peppers. The machine has a robotic arm with 4 cameras that detect the tomatoes. It can pick 1 fruit per second, matching the speed of a human worker. In an hour, it can pack up to 95 pounds of produce into boxes. An operator can remotely monitor the robot's work through a dashboard interface. Artificial intelligence determines the ripeness of the fruits and plans the robot's path. The robot picks 98% of ripe tomatoes, so nothing is wasted or sold unripe. It packs the boxes and arranges them on a cart for shipping. In water-tailing ponds with waste, it's important to monitor the chemical content and water levels above the toxic sludge. This is usually done with a boat and a team of people, but it's dangerous. Now, amphibious robots with high mobility can replace them. The machine moves on 4 pontoons with augers, which keeps it from sinking. Each auger can rotate independently. The robot can drive or float in any direction, moving through mud, sand, and rocks. Its maximum speed on land is 9 miles per hour, and in water, it's 4 knots. The robot is controlled remotely or follows a route autonomously. It measures chemical content, oxygen levels, salinity, water depth, and turbidity. If needed, it can collect samples of sludge or liquid. While driverless taxis are taking over the streets of San Francisco, Volvo CE, together with LEGO Group, has introduced an intelligent, driverless loader designed for the construction industry. What makes this model unique is that it was inspired by its unique origin, a toy version. The 5-ton machine runs on a battery for 8 hours with minimal noise and 0 carbon emissions. Since there is no cabin, a scissor frame design was possible. This allows the bucket to be positioned very close to the chassis, increasing the load capacity to 2 tons. Thanks to the large battery, a counterweight is created, allowing the bucket to extend farther than in regular excavators. The AI is programmed to perform repetitive heavy tasks without needing a human. If necessary, the AI can adjust to the current situation, making real-time decisions. The machine is suitable for various fields, from landscaping to mining. The Hover Air X1 Pro is a professional drone for filming that costs less than $500. It can record in 4K at 60 frames per second. The drone keeps its user in the center of the frame using face and body recognition algorithms. You can control it and adjust different filming modes through a mobile phone. It folds up like a flip phone, making it easy to carry, and with its 4 propeller guards, it can take off and land from an outstretched hand. The battery lasts for 16 minutes of flight and video recording, and it can be replaced with a charged one in just a few seconds. Italian designer Pierpaolo Lazzarini has introduced the world to the concept of an incredible super yacht. Its unique design resembles the shape of a swan. The head is actually the yacht's control cabin where the steering happens. The neck is an elegantly shaped articulated crane that tilts forward and down, gently lowering the head to the water just like a real swan. While the yacht is moving, the head and neck retract close to the hull between the wings to protect it from ocean waves. The yacht is stunningly luxurious with 5 decks, a pool, a jacuzzi, many indoor and outdoor dining areas, and a wine cellar. It also has 2 helicopter pads and a built-in garage for cars. Wildfires in forests and fields pose a serious threat to homes and farms. The blaze barrier can help protect against approaching fires. Resembling a chain of giant firecrackers, the barrier comes in lengths of 50 and 100 feet. Each module is filled with a special non-toxic powder that contains a fire-retardant substance. It can be set up in less than a minute. If the fire reaches the blaze barrier, the flames ignite a fuse on each module, and after a small explosion, the fireproof powder is released. It spreads 5 feet in both directions from the module, extinguishing the fire on one side and preventing it from spreading to the other side. The Chinese company Ace Magic has developed a laptop with 2 screens that can be adjusted into different positions. It has 2 built-in 14.1-inch 1080p displays. When unfolded, the screens sit side by side, but thanks to a clever spiral folding mechanism, the second screen can also be flipped to be back-to-back with the main screen. This way, the user can have an extra screen for more convenient work, or they can turn it around to show their desktop to someone sitting across from them. The X1 boasts 16 gigabits of RAM, 1 terabyte of internal storage expandable up to 4, and a powerful 10-core Intel Core i7 processor. Innovative smart dumbbells have been released for sports and fitness enthusiasts. Julu operates on a digital platform. The user simply selects the desired weight through an LCD panel or a smartphone app, and the weight is added or removed automatically. The extra plates stay on a special stand so you can quickly choose the right weight for your exercises. The dumbbells adjust from 6 to 36 pounds, making them perfect for beginners and light workouts with low impact. They also have a real-time data tracking feature, so through the app, you can see your current progress and history of results. A 25-year-old software engineer has created one of the most unusual computers which can be passed down to future generations as a family heirloom. It combines an incredible design with a simple operating system that includes only the most basic and essential programs. The elegant computer case is made of wood. It runs on the Nixos operating system and cannot be connected to the internet. The creator's idea is that with this computer, you won't be distracted by social media or other time-wasting activities. You can keep a daily journal, write text, or work on code. Thanks to its simplicity, it won't become outdated and can work for decades, allowing owners to enjoy its aesthetics. Latvian innovator B. Triton has introduced an amphibious camper that runs on electric power with unlimited range. It can be towed like a trailer using a bicycle. The electric motor is powered by 2 batteries, providing up to 93 miles of range on land. Thanks to the solar panel on the body, the e-trailer can charge continuously with enough sunlight, offering unlimited range. On water, the camper can travel at speeds of up to 5 miles per hour. Inside, you can unroll a camping mat to sleep. To protect from bad weather in the campsite, the PVC side panels zip up, connecting the front and rear windows, providing 360-degree weather protection with a panoramic view and a hard roof overhead. Audi has introduced an incredible futuristic SUV that uses augmented reality instead of traditional information monitors and panels. This electric vehicle has a range of over 370 miles and a power output of 436 horsepower. It takes about 25 minutes to charge the battery from 5 to 80%. Another interesting feature of the Active Sphere is the split rear door, where the rear window slides up, turning the cargo area into an open platform for transporting bikes and other gear. Inside, the interior is minimalist yet luxurious. Instead of traditional monitors and touch panels, the driver sees augmented reality around them, similar to Iron Man in Marvel movies. You can interact with the virtual controls as the system tracks your movements and eye positions. The company German Bionic has created an exoskeleton designed to enhance lifting movements, assist with walking, and prevent poor posture. The small device is worn like a backpack and secured around the legs and waist. It can be adjusted to fit different body sizes from S to XXL. The exoskeleton will be useful for workers in various industries to reduce strain on their back and make their tasks easier. By supporting two areas of the body, the exoskeletons reduce fatigue and help workers conserve energy when lifting heavy objects or walking. Over time, the device collects and analyzes data about the user's activity, which can be tracked in a special app. This helps optimize employee performance and improve safety. The Humanoid chair helps you avoid knee and back injuries while working on cars. It can be used in workshops, garages, and other places where you need to take uncomfortable positions during work. The device can function as a chair or a platform for lying down. 3 swivel wheels provide stability and full mobility. It can smoothly move in all positions, whether raised, reclined, or laid flat. The hydraulic and torsion spring design gives the chair enough flexibility to bend freely without breaking, while still being compact and easy to adjust. The chair significantly reduces strain on the back and other parts of the body during work. Introducing an innovative smart electric suitcase that you can ride like a scooter. Its electric retractable design provides stability while moving, eliminating issues with slipping or losing balance. A full battery charge allows you to travel up to 5 miles. The suitcase's speed is 8 miles per hour and it can support up to 242 pounds. It has a 20-liter compartment and also comes with USB ports, allowing you to charge mobile devices. This unique device is especially useful for travel, making it easy to transport your luggage and move around the airport or train station effortlessly. In Norway, an innovative next-generation underwater drone has been created, which can be controlled via a smartphone. The Blue Eye X3 drone is designed to be an eye underwater, providing high-quality images from beneath the hull of a ship. It has a unique vertical shape, making it more stable. The drone has 3 ports for connecting external devices such as sonar, manipulators, sensors, cameras, and lights. Blue Eye can dive to a depth of up to 1,000 feet, and the battery lasts for 5 hours of operation. It can also work in extreme temperatures ranging from -10 to +50 degrees Celsius. This drone allows various underwater tasks to be done without the need for a diver, making it much more efficient, cheaper, and safer. With this water bike, your water adventures will become more exciting and safer. It is powered by pedaling like a catamaran and also has an electric motor for assistance. The bike uses a sequential hybrid transmission that combines user-generated electric power with a battery, providing a smooth ride. Its frame is made of lightweight, corrosion-resistant aerospace aluminum. The inflatable body can withstand pressure up to 18 pounds per square inch, ensuring reliable performance on water. The bike can reach speeds of up to 7.4 miles per hour and also has a storage compartment under the seats. This is probably the cutest self-driving car that can deliver coffee to you. Barista On Demand allows users to order a drink through an app which summons the electric vehicle to their location. Then you just select your preferred drink using the onboard coffee machine with a special touchscreen system. You can prepare one of the offered drinks, add sugar and toppings to taste, and adjust other preferences. In just a few seconds, you'll have a fresh, hot drink. This takes sales to a new level as coffee shops are no longer tied to one place but are constantly on the move, ready to come to your chosen location. Artificial intelligence has shown what cities of the future might look like. Futuristic skyscrapers and entire stadiums under large domes are just a small part of what AI has generated. In the video, you can see stunning aerial views of a futuristic version of Los Angeles, where the sea level has risen dramatically, leaving the city packed up to the coastline. A football stadium is located on top of a skyscraper, and a dome in the center of the harbor contains courts for beach volleyball. The video does not show close-ups of people, as AI models still struggle with that. What invention impressed you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on the latest in technology, science, and innovation. See you in the next videos.